Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the cash flow curve and why it's important. To do that, I'm going to be using an article that you can find in the description. It is an article by HBS Accelerate, and it is interesting because it gives a lot of information. We will only use one picture and the overall idea, but feel free to read it to get more context before moving on. So the title of the article is 3 hacks for calculating how much your startup needs to raise. So cash flow curves are really useful to know how much money to raise, but they are also extremely useful to understand your business, your cash needs, and how well you're going to do at different points in time. It is an instrument that will allow you to talk to investors, but also an instrument that will allow you to plan your own strategies, to talk to your team, to talk to suppliers, to potential customers. So really you can use it for anything, even if you're not thinking of raising cash right now. So let's go down to the part where we can see the picture. Okay, so the concept of the cash flow curve is very easy. It is basically what the name says, so a curve that projects the different flows of cash that you're going to have. It is cumulative. This means that at any point in time, you will see all your accumulated cash flows. So if we go to this point, for example, it doesn't mean that at this point we have this amount of cash. It means that we have this amount of cash flow accumulated. So there are some important points in time that we're interested in. So when we start our business, most of the times we don't have sales right away, so we will just be burning cash, meaning we are using cash and we're not getting any cash in return or very little in return. So we will be on the negative side of the graph. So that's why this is called the burn rate. It is the rate at which we're using cash, still on the negative side of the curve. At some point, that cumulative cash flow reaches a minimum. This is the maximum amount of cash that we need. And it's the first time that we will have cash flow positive. That is why the graph starts going up, because for the first time here, our net cash flow is positive. We are making money. We are getting more cash than we are spending. So this difference is the maximum financing need, because up to this point, we will not make any money, any cash. So when thinking about talking to investors or getting a loan or asking family and friends, this is the number that you should have in mind. More than valuation and competitors and the price of a competition, if that's where you're going, you need to know how much you need. And then when you will need it. It's not the same if you need it on day 2 than if you need it on day 40. So you need to know when and how much. From here, the cash flow starts going positive. So you're making money. Your business is working. However, because you burn so much cash, your cumulative cash flow will not reach a net zero or net positive until this day here. This is another important day for your venture, but not as important as this one. So on this day, positively, like net overall, you have positive cash. So you have cash in your bank account. Up to here, you were paying off this burning period. So up to here, you have cash on your bank account, on your asset side. And up to here, it just continues to grow. These are very simple and positive examples. And in a different video, we will explain how to actually build this curve. But just know the basics and understand why cash flow is sometimes, most of the times, a lot more important than revenue, costs, and all these things. It's really knowing how much cash you're using and how much cash you are getting. Thank you for watching.